All right, so we're going to take a look here at the British pound US dollar, um, and help you make sense of buying and selling decisions and studying confluences. I decided to not actually, well, I decided not to not really clean this up because I kind of wanted it just to really wanted it to look just like I had it previously. Um, However, I didn't think this much data saved. So I'm actually buying the British pound US dollar right now, and I want to show you exactly why. And I also want to show you exactly what I'm looking for as far as the confluences, but also as far as targets and etc. All right, so this is the daily chart of the British pound US dollar, and you can see here that we were in a downtrend um, for 2016, and then we eventually bottomed down here late 2016, and then we were going back and forth um, in this little triangle slash wedge. As you can see here, it's bouncing off this trend line and bouncing off this trend line. And once we broke this trend line, it started giving us more bullish confirmation. Now, at that point, I didn't buy because I didn't get a really clean area to buy from. So, but now that's kind of changed a little bit. I want to show you a little bit of what I'm seeing. So I'm trying to map out some key areas here. There's a key area of support right here, and then you can see it became resistance, and then we broke it, and then this is a key area of resistance as well. Um, so once we broke out of this little wedge pattern slash triangle, you see a move here into this resistance area. It comes down, and then it breaks it. And we've actually been closing above this resistance level, which is now becoming support. And that's what's kind of woken me up to say, hey, maybe this is a good buy, but I need to find a good spot. So um, back down here in late March, we had an 8 and 21 EMA crossover, which if you don't use that already, it's a pretty good indicator of bullish momentum. If it crossed back down, it's bearish momentum. But this very moment, the crossover is bullish. So this was that line that I marked here of resistance. We closed above it, and we keep closing above it. And now I'm trying to figure out, a good spot to get in, and all that. And I'm just going to show you a little bit of what I saw. So I did see a potential for price to fall down into here. Reason being is because we have a trend line right here, and then also there is a previous key structure right here, where this resistance area could become support. So if it did in fact fall there, I would look for a spot to buy right there, because this is starting to create an uptrend, and I'm just trying to stick with the trend. The U.S. dollar's selling off, and I can show that a little bit further. We'll look at the chart. So the British pound has been known to do this before. I've seen this do this numerous times, where it will have these patterns where the market likes to break out, and then it just keeps going and going and going and going, and you expect some sort of retracement down into here before it goes up. But a lot of times with the British pound, the market just keeps moving and moving and moving. So, I mean, you have people that are going to be selling into this, retail traders, because they think that that it's going to go down. I, however, am seeing momentum where I think the market's going to keep pushing up versus going down. But we will adjust accordingly if that does happen. Right now, the retail crowd is 60% short, which as a sentiment indicator is telling us that this should go up. So once we broke this key area, we did actually have this little channel here, and we broke the channel. As you can see, it was hit once, twice. So we broke it here, and then we kind of popped back up. We broke this counter trend line here. And then if I zoom in, you can also see some support, and then we actually broke that as well, indicating bullish momentum, and then we came down for the retest. So I actually have in fact bought this, and I want to show you why. So I'm going to go top to bottom with what we just discussed. So overall, I believe this is an uptrend. I see an 8 and 21 EMA crossover indicating bullish momentum. And then I also see us breaking out of this triangle, and then us closing above this previous resistance area, which now has become support. So that's two indicators right there. Number one, it's an uptrend. Number two, 8 and 21 EMA crossover. That's bullish. Number three, we broke a previous resistance area, which is now support. And then if I go a little bit further, I can almost say this is like a tweezer bottom candlestick formation on the daily, or maybe even a little bit of a small pin bar here. Either way, it's indicated that the buyers were pushing this price back up. And these 8 and 21 EMAs can be used as static support and resistance, in this case support. But I actually did wait for confirmation for this. I saw it shaping up as a buy, but I didn't buy it yet. It's holding these EMAs. Yeah, I do have the crossover, and we broke the resistance, now support. I wanted that extra confirmation. So we held this area right here because we broke it, and it was actually like a false break. If there was any longs here, as far as retail traders go, they would have got stopped out here, and the market pushed, which is very well possible. I could definitely see that. This at the end of the day, it's most retail traders are going to lose. So, all right, so we held this area here because we had a false break of this trend line. Also, I actually did spot a bat pattern right here, and I'm going to go ahead and mark this as well. A lot of times, we like to look for harmonic patterns that occur within the trend. So if you actually look here, we had this leg go up, and then it came down to the 50%, and then it came back up to the 0.886, and then it stayed right here at the 0.886. So this is definitely a completion of a bat pattern. Also a false breakdown of this trend line, and then also at a previous resistance area, which is now support, and that's this area. We now broke the counter trend line that I drew, and I'll show you on the 1 hour, because after this all happened, I wanted confirmation. We broke that here, and now I'm going to draw up another fib here. I'm going to get rid of my other fib that I drew, which was showing the bat pattern. So this is a Fibonacci of the last leg here. And as you can see, we came down to that 0.382, right here. And we're starting to get some bullish momentum. And then this is a little bit a mini area of resistance that we broke, and then that's now support. So with breaking this trend line here, and then breaking this little area of resistance, which has now became support in combination with that Fibonacci, that's a buy for me. I'm seeing every single piece of confluence that I need, and the risk reward is phenomenal. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but if I'm right, it's going to be a big winner. So I end up buying around this area, and then I put my stop loss just slightly down here below this this area where buyers came in. And my very first spot that I'm looking for targeting this trade would be back in the major previous resistance area, which is going to be around the 129.9 area. And it's actually given me somewhere in the ballpark of like 6-1 on that trade. So if you're risking $100, potentially make 600, and then if you lose $100. It's a very defined risk reward, but as an overall picture, on the overall picture, here's what I'm expecting. I'm going to zoom out. I'm expecting this level to possibly get hit at 134.5. Obviously, that could take a little bit of weeks. And then we also have a key level / harmonic pattern developing here on the larger time frame. As you can see, we have this laid down, came to the 50%, came to the 0.886, and then now I'm looking for a bat pattern to finish here. So 132.6, you're going to see some sort of resistance probably if we do break out, and then eventually this. I'm not looking to sell it though. I'm looking to buy because that's where the market's starting to move. I do want to show a little bit of piece of what I saw on the US dollar because I want to show confirmation for making this decision because I feel like that is important. So this right here is the the US dollar. And I'm going to try to clean it up just a little bit here. As you can see, the overall, it just keeps making new lower lows and higher lows. As you can see, down here, up here, down here, it just keeps moving in that same direction. And we're expecting the US dollar to keep pushing down, but it's been a slow grind down. Technically, it actually is an uptrend. So recently, the price did bottom down here, and then price pushed back up here. And this is where I was looking for some sort of reaction. Reason being is because if you look at this trend line, it was hit 1, 2, 3 times. Also, this is a previous structure area. See the support, resistance, and some support down here. So definitely an area to expect some sort of movement. Also, when I drew up the previous Fibonacci, I also did see that this was at the 0.382. I'm sorry, the 0.618 of this last leg here. And then bam, right here we got a false break with a pin bar. So, and then you can see the momentum coming back down. So everything's in line with what I'm seeing. There's no way to be 100% right, but this definitely gives us a really good chance to make a good move. On a 4-hour time frame, you can see resistance right here, and then you can see where it broke it, now becoming support. And then once we put in that pin bar here on the daily, we actually broke through, and now we're starting to head down. I'm seeing literally everything I need to see. I mean, even on a smaller time frame, it's clear as day that this level's been broke. So it's only Monday. We'll probably get a nice move coming into tomorrow, and then start selling off for the week. So that's that for that. I will be updating with more videos in the future, so stay tuned.